Hello and welcome to the Farlands or Cancelled podcast. I'm the boy Ryan, this is Box Player, and we have a special guest, the man, the myth, the pigger, Gerg.
This episode is absolute digital garbage. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it. What, with me and Blair in? Impossible. We've never made digital garbage before.
Never.
There's not an entire series of
Me,
it. No,
however, terrible.
Oh man, you're just so bad. I hate you so much. It's awful. I have such a
We all have such
vendetta.
personal vendettas against each other.
Man.
Let's tear each other
I
apart
don't know
now.
if I can make through this whole episode without starting some sort of fight.
I think we're gonna end this swatting each other, doxing each other. It's a boxing match. Do you want to do a boxing match?
I mean,
Yeah,
we could.
Wear dresses during it or something. That'd be good. Maybe you could be a pig. I can dress as like a butcher or something. We just go one on one.
Oh yeah, we could do a whole WWE thing. This is actually planned from the start.
Yes.
It's 9 months in the
was-
making.
Yes, this
Like
was
a
all
baby.
like a really good idea to get like shitloads of views on my channel. I said like, listen, Gerg, you see this twat Zipover? He's made this really
Zipover.
bad video. You should like make a video, and then I'll make a video about you. That's the Keemstar way. This is how
Yeah.
we got big. I've just been doing the same shit.
You
So
think it's any
that's how we're here.
coincidence that I released my follow-up 9 months later, and then you release your 45-minute thing like a week after that? It was clearly all
Yeah.
planned.
Clearly all planned. Clearly all planned.
Right, ad revenue on it and everything. I made 25 cents or P or what? It's amazing. So yeah. Anyway, I have a few questions. I don't want this whole thing to just be me asking you questions and shit, or like any gay shit like that. But I do have one question. When I was making my video, I was doing a lot of research for it, right? And there was a lot of things I saw on Reddit. So my first question is, what do you think of black people?
That's one way to start a podcast.
Yeah, man.
We're just, we're coming out with the hard-hitting questions, all right?
The hard-hitting expose questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, people need to know. People want to know. I see a lot of shit. I see a lot of slander.
I see a lot of people saying things that I don't think are true. We want to know. We want to know. We want to know definitely.
I mean, I know what you're referring to, because there's these screenshots out there of me saying the N-word on Discord, and it's terrible.
Right.
It's terrible, because I gotta be honest, right? I think if some guy had an issue with me, so he fabricated it, sent it off to this Twitter account, the worst of Discord, who's ran by some 20-year-old idiot, and that's cool. It's legitimately caused me issues. I lost a sponsorship over it, that's cost me a couple thousand, which is genuinely quite goddamn annoying. Yeah.
Was it Black Lives Matter? Did they see you and
Yeah.
just like, nah, fuck this shit? They were like,
Yeah,
no.
I was setting this whole thing, and it's just gone from there. It's terrible.
So they're fake, right? So I don't know too much about the Discord shit. I made my video for pure entertainment purposes. I tried to be fair and shit.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be oh, there's Gerg said fucking N-word on Twitter, blah blah blah. Because I mean, who the fuck hasn't, right? But
I know.
So I was like, maybe they're real, maybe they're not. I had one comment from someone claiming to be your moderator. The problem is, I don't think I'm
That's what's annoying, because
Right?
this conversation, a lot of people think I'm just being a total asshole to random people who've decided to moderate my. It's not. The guy I'm speaking to is my friend. He's in my last video I uploaded. He'll tell you himself that it's a load of crap, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
And then I had a bunch of people, which were my moderators, go out and go, oh my god, I hate him so. And I gotta be honest, I don't know a lot of these people. Our only interaction is through Discord. I'm not friends with my Discord moderators, and I'm not gonna pretend otherwise.
Discord moderators are the most trusted sources for opinions and facts.
I made a Discord because I make a lot of stuff on my channel, and I usually just upload it as schematics, which people can download and upload to their world for free, just as an easy access thing. And I made the mistake of going, I hate running a Discord. I don't want to do this. I just designated one of my friends saying, you do it. And they chose, I didn't choose my moderators. They ended up choosing, I'm not kidding, literal 13-year-olds, which I would have never done. Biggest mistake ever. And then like, all this stuff comes out, all this crap, and then I've got literal 13-year-olds going like, oh my god, he didn't respond to my messages, he doesn't know how to, I'm like, oh
that's
my
terrible.
god.
You didn't respond to a 13-year-old's messages? What the fuck's wrong with you,
What kind of a
man?
Minecraft
I know.
YouTuber are you?
Video. Fuck, man.
It's pretty bad, you know, it's all coming out.
What did you think about the drama alert calling you referring to you as like a pedo? That shit made me laugh.
Out of everything, that genuinely did really fucking piss me off a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like, okay, I guess on one hand it's funny that like, oh my god, he was talking to minors, and you look at it and it's me calling someone a retard, which is kind of funny.
It's not the best challenge line if you're a pedophile, is it? I mean,
no, it's
or maybe it
like
is.
that one disheartens me because out of everything, I think that's such a bad thing to call someone, and I still get comments and like people which have only seen that like stupid headline say that I'm a goddamn pedo online, and I think. That did really upset me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I remember. I was like, "Wait, hold on. What the fuck is this?" And I looked at it, and yeah, you were just calling some kid a retard. I was like, "What? What the fuck is Drama Alert still doing false pedo allegations 10 years later? Like, what? I can't believe this shit." That's why I put that in my video, because I thought that like I saw a lot of people talking about that shit, and I was like, "Well, look, I'm gonna be fair. He clearly isn't talking sexually to minors in this instance." So you know,
I don't know. That's some kind of dirty talk, man.
Yeah, if you're a 13-year-old, let us know if that's what you're into. You know, maybe that's the new thing. Maybe that's what these Gen Z kids are up to. You know, they just love like. Yeah, best pickup line is, "Hey, sup, retard." I don't fuck know. I don't know. It must work for someone.
I think the other bad component about it is like, while the stupid N-word screenshots are fake, at the same time, right. I'm like, that doesn't. I agree with you. That doesn't make me a racist implicitly.
No.
So it's also.
I don't think it
like,
does.
A part of me is sort of going like, I think this is ridiculous. Like, even if it was real, like, I don't think. Why would you even care? It's right. That's also like a hard component, but obviously it doesn't do me any favors that you look at my channel and then people go, and here's a clip of him saying "pigger," which like, if you're gonna criticize that, you should criticize it for just being a pretty played out obvious joke.
It's an obvious joke.
I think so obviously a joke. It's such a joke.
That's the problem with like modern day. Like Ryan and I have talked about this before. That like. You can say anything, and you know, as simple as pigger, and people will take it as you are a full-on racist. Like they'll take it to the extreme. Like there's no nuance to your opinion or anything like that. It's just extreme.
No,
you're either
so
racist
obviously
or you're not.
a joke. As far as I'm aware, pigger isn't a slur. So I mean,
exactly.
Like, and the joke wasn't just you saying pigger. To me, the funnier part was you doing the face reveal of you changing your skin.
Yeah, well, that's the
joke.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, that's always been my thing. Because like the punchline isn't that I'm saying pigger. That's like the shock, and then the payoff is like the reverse of the skin, which I hadn't shown up until that point.
Exactly.
Yeah,
which was made even better by the fact that like Minecraft literally released a new skin that was like that, so a new pig skin, you know. So it's
the video was the snapshot update where they did that.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I thought that was funny. I mean, yeah, like I didn't like shock me or anything, because to be honest, I was thinking that shit too. But like I thought the second part was definitely funny. You know, like just saying pigger, it's funny-ish, but the face, the reveal.
Yeah.
The pig, that was funnier, and apparently that makes you racist, and if you're racist, I'm Hitler.
I know. At this point, I felt like it was easier just to say that I did it, even though I didn't, and just roll with
it. Just commit.
Yeah, you should have embraced it. You should have just done a face reveal, and you should have just like turned the camera around. You were actually wearing blackface or something. That would have been a good one.
Oh my god.
So hi guys,
get away with that one.
I don't know, man. People have got away with far worse.
Whenever people bring it up, I just say it's okay. I've got pig friends.
You've got friends in the police.
That's a good one, actually. Oh,
that was too hot for the room.
No. I'm fine with pigger, but making fun of the police, that's outrageous.
Man, that's
anyway,
that's a step too far.
So yeah, that's I've run out of jokes.
Well,
Okay.
you're talking about me being such a horrible, evil person. You exposed me for my lies in my videos.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. The big lies, the malicious lying, man. What's that about?
Now, whether they're lies or not, I don't know. I don't think they're necessarily lies. I think they're. I tried to make this clear in the video. I did kind of dramatize it, if that's even a fucking word. But I did try and be fair, and I did say that, like, I gave you the benefit of the doubt. Like, I think you correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you just like assumed those videos were what you said they were, and then used them anyway.
We'll do the first video because I'm such a liar.
Okay.
I've lied in both my beta Minecraft videos. I can't help myself.
It's a bad track record.
So the first one, easiest one, is I said, what did I say? I say Zipover was playing in beta 1.8 when he's actually playing like a different version.
Beta 1.7.3 is like, yeah. You said something about the hunger system. Like it has the hunger system, and everyone in the Golden Age community is just like face palmed.
I immediately knew. So what's hard to appreciate now is that my video released 4 days after Zipover's. I saw his video and immediately was like,
he went straight to work.
Literally.
That's what Ryan did with yours, actually.
By the end of the day.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. You definitely made mistakes. I felt like my video was somewhat like a disguised defense of you, to be honest. It was marketed towards like it being like a hate video, but I actually got some comments being like this. I feel like towards the end, to be honest, towards the end, I actually just was thinking about not even uploading it. I was like, I just feel bad. I don't even hate this guy.
While Ryan was editing it, he was like, I think I agree with Zipover more, with Gerg more than Zipover. And I was like, yeah, fair enough.
Right. I made the video because, it wasn't because I didn't like you, and it wasn't because of any shit like that. The only reason I made that video was because I'm in kind of the old Minecraft community, and a lot of people were talking about you, and I was being asked about it. So I just thought, you know what, fuck it, I'll make a video.
And I think
I went through 2016 with it.
A lot of people. I feel like the bigger thing was a lot of people were saying like the wrong thing. They were like, oh my god, Gerg is like, I can't believe you would say this or do this. But then they would, like, similar to Zipover, they would come up with some reason why it was wrong, but it would be the wrong reason why it was wrong.
His video sucked. He doesn't really give a fuck about beta Minecraft or anything.
100%.
Like, you can tell by the thumbnail. Like, the thumbnail is like a bunch of goddamn like YouTubers, and it's like, I know exactly what this is. You look at, I don't like Zipover. I'm not going to pretend that I do. He sort of represents like the crap bullshit of modern YouTube, of like these over-edited like no one watches Zipover's channel for Zipover. Let's be real.
They all
here.
suck Dream off. They all wish they were Dream. They do that same shit editing. They do the same boring thumbnails. And Zipover does not care about Made of Minecraft. He clearly he saw the trend and was like, oh, I can see. His video was nostalgia bait because his thumbnail was literally 2013 Minecraft YouTube nostalgia, and
literally,
that's like so obviously bollocks. And I don't like Zipover. Maybe we can get him on next.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can talk shit about me.
We can put him head to head. Put your head to head.
So it was, I saw his video and immediately was like, I can make fun of this. So like he released the video. By the end of the day, the script was written, maybe even recorded. So like I'm not an expert as much in like the old versions as you guys. What I saw is I saw that in the inventory the steak was not stacking. So I thought, oh, that's like an early thing in Minecraft, like the food didn't stack. So I think I looked up when was steak added, which was Adventure 1.8 or whatever I said. And I just assumed it was that. I tried my best, but
well, that's
even your video, you've got like some analytical thing where you're like, the cobble texture's slightly different.
Oh yeah, dude, I went full autistic on that shit.
Well, the thing is,
I didn't do that.
It was a simple mistake, and it was so obviously a mistake that it wasn't like, some people think you are intentionally misrepresenting the old Minecraft community as some kind of like, I don't fucking know, like hate train or something, like rage bait. I thought you just made that one mistake confusing 1.8 with 1.7.3 or earlier.
That's just
that
the
fucks
mistake.
you for the rest of the video. I think.
What screwed me was my intro. which is the other point of contention why people don't like me, is my
That's true.
the intro where I just read off a bunch of videos in a sarcastic voice. The truth of that one is I tend to do my intros last. I make my intros last. I knew I wanted to make fun of Zipover, and it was definitely a trend at the time. So what I did, I didn't watch a single one of those videos. What was it? Dialco was bang on the money.
Right.
I didn't watch a single one. I think I went on YouTube and I typed "old Minecraft good" actually, and just picked the ones with the funny titles.
See, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that was like the obviously what happened, right? I mean,
and
yeah,
look,
like
you gotta be honest here, right? I know that Dialco's video, like a lot of people like it, but the thumbnail with the VHS filter and like, was it the sunset background? I'm like, that sounds, and it's like old Minecraft is better actually, or it's something like that.
You can understand that if like you don't know Dialco, but like obviously Dialco is pretty popular in the community. Yeah, Dialco's pretty popular in the community, so I feel like everyone was just like, you don't know what you're talking about instantly, you know, because everyone knows Dialco.
I think that intro actually fucked you more than getting the actual like shit wrong later. Like even just saying mocking Dialco really was actually what started. After that point, no one was willing to love you or anything. They were just like, you know what, fuck this guy. They like you actually getting something wrong with the updates wrong. That didn't matter to these people. I don't even think they watched that far or really got that point or like cared. It was simply you not watching those videos and like making fun of them, which I think is a mistake. I don't know. There's not really any way you can fix it. Maybe like disclaimer being like, these videos, some of them suck, but not all of them suck. Because I went and watched those videos for my video, and Dialco's one is good, right? But some of them.
I've seen it, although I saw it quite soon after. I haven't seen it since. I barely remember. I'll be honest. I remember enjoying it though, and that's what matters.
Exactly. Yeah. I say the same thing about women. So yeah, Dialco's video is good, but some of them on there are just pretty shit. I didn't go too harsh on them, but fuck me, some of them I felt like were bots. I can't remember their names, but two of them specifically, they had that very like over the top, ridiculous editing.
Yeah, and, you get like the on-screen captions for like the first 60 seconds of the video.
Yeah, it had like Steve twerking. Yeah, right. So I think you got lucky with that one. If you just cut the bit with Dialco out, I think you would have been safe, to be honest, because I don't think anyone else actually saw those videos. It's just you picked one that's incredibly popular in the old Minecraft community.
I mean,
and
that's probably why I showed them the search results.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Shame mine didn't really. That would have been funny.
That would have been funny. You would have been not biased at all reviewing that one, would you? If
Ryan? You put what the fuck, Fairytale Harambe on there instead of my hit song, that would have been good.
He doesn't know what that one is.
No, he doesn't. That's why it's funny. That's why it's funny. Because now he's like, what the fuck is Fairytale of Harambe? What?
That's
it's
a good homework.
Truly,
you have to check it out. Check out my iTunes and stuff. You know, in the description, I guess.
Now
is that the mid-channel plug?
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah,
everybody
I'm
subscribe.
actually sponsored by myself. I have a separate company and I've sponsored myself.
Yeah.
See, I don't go out and listen to popular music. I go to family-owned music record shops like Zipover, and I just listen to Fairytale of Harambe all day, every day. It's so fucking good.
You make your own music. It's your own family music.
Exactly.
It's the only stuff you can trust these days is what you make yourself.
It's like I baked myself a big cake and spunked in it. Anyway, so Blade, do you have any questions?
My question going along the theme of lying in your videos was about the getting banned from Golden Age subreddit. What was that about?
Oh shit, I forgot about it.
What was that about?
Yeah.
That's probably the most egreased of all the ones because it just doesn't make any sense.
I thought it was funny. So my video needed a through line. And I knew it'd piss off Redditors, but Golden Age Minecraft didn't like me anyway. And I'm like, well, I don't care.
That's true.
Piss off some Redditors, so I don't care.
Yeah.
So, you guys know Game Theory, the YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
A long time ago, before I think they did FNAF videos, a lot of Game Theory's early videos were sort of science-based. Like you'll take Wario farting and go, "Oh my god, that propels him off the ground." How much would Wario have to fart with Watch PSI to lift him off the ground? This is going somewhere, I swear.
Matt Scat.
Now, when his videos ended up going more into like the stupid theory shit, which didn't interest me, there was a replacement show by a guy called Austin, called The Science, which was more of those older science-based videos. And every video he would frame it as a letter. Every video would start the same with him going like, "Dear Nintendo." Or like,
I think I know the guy you're talking
Game
about.
Freak, yes.
Yeah.
Do you
I think I know
remember?
what
Do you
you're
remember
talking
Dear
about.
Fat People, but from Nicole Arbor? That would have been
That
good.
is a throwback,
Dear
yeah.
Fat Redditors on Golden Age subreddit.
But he would then get into like the science of like Mario's water jetpack and like how much force that would need, and because it's a video game stuff and he's trying to do real life math on it, it would always end up the same of it like being some like ridiculous figure, and every video would end with him like
Whoa, ridiculous what? Whoa, hold on.
We got him.
Second
Caught in 4K.
Yeah, I get what you mean. He used to do videos like, "Is Franklin really black?" Looking at his like toenails or something. He used to do stuff like that. "Is Franklin from GTA 5 actually oppressed by the police?" And he would just go up to the police and like shit, and then see if they shoot him and stuff.
They did actually do that.
They did. It's a good little detail there.
But and every video would end with him going like, he wouldn't like the letter. It would start as a letter and it wouldn't be mentioned again. And by the end, it wraps the background with him like cutting back to him writing this letter and saying all the and that means it would create a crater and blow up the earth. So there, Nintendo.
Yeah,
there.
That's what Luigi's farts do.
Yeah, but it would wrap back around
Holy
to it
shit.
like being him. The whole video is him actually like writing this letter and wrap back around. And obviously, with my little second video where it wraps back around with the whole video supposedly being a ban appeal, I was sort of trying to invoke that a bit.
Okay.
That's where like the
See,
inspiration for that.
I did
Okay.
kind of pick up with that towards the end. The more I thought about it, the more I thought, you know what? I think he just did. That's just a lie, Gerg lie.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
that was what you were doing.
See, as someone like I
yeah.
didn't hyperanalyze the video like Ryan did, so I watched it one time and was like, "Yep, that's a video."
You don't have autism?
I do, just did not care enough about this specific.
Okay, alright.
But yeah, it was definitely like didn't seem like a joke or like a ha funny moment. It was just like a.
It did just seem, that's the thing. I think
That was the part that got missed.
I wasn't in on the joke. I didn't get it, to be honest. At the first, I was like,
Yeah.
"Wait, what the fuck? This is just bollocks." I wouldn't say I was offended because, to be honest,
It doesn't.
I don't really give a
Who
fuck
cares?
about Reddit.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but
Well,
it did
I'm
come
like,
across like not really
I
as a
didn't
joke.
realize how like people would be pissed at that because in my head it was like, well, you know what Redditors are like. They'll ban you over any like dissenting opinion.
Yeah.
You know what the Redditors are like. They may as well.
The problem is
I am actually banned from there now, so I'm not.
Well, I guess it's not a lie anymore.
Now you got to do it in the next video.
Retroactive truth telling, man.
Yeah, so
you
it's
predicted the
actually
future.
Yeah, so really, I'm banned now. And to be fair, I'm gonna be honest here. Just for the sake, I was actually going to get myself banned for the video. I was just going to like type some like crap on there and try and get myself like permanently banned. Just because then it was easier, because then I didn't have to fake a ban message.
Yeah.
It would have just been
Honestly, I feel like that's kind of wild. That it was. I feel like it would have been harder to fake the ban message than just getting
What
banned.
did you
but
get
I
banned
couldn't
from Gaming
because-
Circle Jerk for?
I'll get to that in a bit. I couldn't get myself banned because my whole last Reddit account was site-wide suspended because a day earlier I told someone to kill an armadillo in Minecraft. So I got site-wide suspended for inciting violence. So I couldn't get myself banned. So it was a pain in the ass. So I just had to fake it.
I think the
Yeah, against fictional armadillos.
dude, that was it. Was it
fucking evil bastard?
Was it?
I know, it's terrible.
Was it Mojang on the other end of that ban? Because that sounds kind of like something they would do.
Wait, whoa, you fed chocolate to a parrot? Oh, I can't believe this.
Can't believe it, banned.
It's terrible.
I feel like the problem was like obviously the Golden Age community like. I feel like overall it's a smaller community, so everyone I think took it personally. It was like, oh, this big guy's coming along and making our community look bad. So I feel like that was the bigger issue. Everyone thought
that they already didn't like you.
Yeah, that didn't help either.
The second video was positive as well, which I
Yes, I actually liked your second video and agreed with pretty much everything in it, apart from like obviously the beginning part. But yeah, your second video was good.
Did I go on another racial tirade because I'm so evil?
Yeah, you said you said cracker. You said you said cheaper.
What was my intro?
No, I'm just referring to the bit about the Golden Age subreddits. I wouldn't say exactly dislike their shit. Yeah, but just like to me that bit probably stopped people watching because at least stopped the people.
Well, people were instantly against you rather than like hearing you out.
I didn't think people would be that like. I knew I was just like telling a bit of a fib, but I didn't think people actually. I didn't think people would care that much.
Well, I think people just care about their, the place that they care about looking bad was all. I think.
Did you think about that? Like maybe some of your more special fans would have like gone over and spread shit. Did you? Like, I mean, I feel like that's the only
special
real
little
problem
guys.
with it is that. I mean, I think a few people did go over and just start talking shit, but like. Yeah, I feel like that's the only real problem, but it's not like a massive crime. It's just like
I mean, you can't necessarily, I don't know, be responsible for all that.
Yeah, I don't really see myself as responsible for what other people go ahead and do. I mean,
that's kind of fair.
I think people should use their like logical brain and be like, yeah, look, it's not necessary to go over to this community and spread the hate or anything like that. Like, you shouldn't really have to say that.
I am banned now, so it's not even.
Yeah, you hear that? Gerg fans, go over there. Now you can actually spread hate, and it's it's
justified. Yeah, exactly. It's true now. He's banned for no reason, guys.
There's some people on that Reddit I like, but recently there was like there's this post about with someone built like a pride flag, right? And the comments on it were locked. I guess this episode's fucking Reddit rant. But then there's this post about Notch, right? And everyone in the fucking post about Notch is talking about how much of a fucking Nazi he is, and it's ridiculous. The comments on that one aren't locked.
Yeah, I did see that. That was a crazy post actually.
They locked the comments on the gay pride one, but didn't lock the comments on the one of Notch where people are just like accusing him of being a Nazi. There's one bitch on there who just keeps calling everyone a bigot, and that was apparently we're giving money to Notch. And I had to explain to this fucking idiot that Notch sold the game like 11 years ago. We are not giving money to Notch. The most money, yeah.
You sold the game in 2011? No.
2014.
2014. Okay, maybe 11. October? Yeah. And I had to explain to this bitch that the only money I've ever given Notch was £5 in 2009, and if that's supporting a racist bigot, then call the police. But no, they're relatives, so they don't listen.
Unfortunately,
fat bald drug addict.
We did the maths on how many hookers he's apparently slept with. I can't remember the number, but
I
really want to get him on.
We worked out like if you had what do you have $2.5 billion? How many hookers per day he could get or something like that.
Right.
Like, and it was some ridiculous amount he could pay for per day. Like since it was like we worked it out since he had earned the money, how many hookers could he have paid for a day, sort of thing.
Speaking about hookers, did you ever find any women on that incel dating app?
So I saw this posted. I gotta be honest, I was online dating at the same time anyway, so I just saw this thing advertised on 4chan, and I'm like, I knew it was gonna be a crock of shit. So first off, it wasn't. That doesn't even fucking make sense. Incel dating app, like what an oxymoron! It doesn't even make sense. Yeah.
See, I don't know what this dating site thing is. I saw
it was some shit
about it
called Dualicious, right? And I saw it advertised, and I'm like, this is gonna be like crap. I knew it wasn't gonna work, but I thought, fuck it, I'll just put my photos on there, and who knows, maybe because it's like a 4chan dating, maybe I'll like match with a crazy person,
40-year-old man. Yeah, and you can just rob his money.
I just thought, well, maybe I'll end up speaking to like a crazy person for a bit of fun. So. I was like, whatever, I didn't seriously expect anything to come from it. It just so happens I was online dating at the time anyway. So some guy called Average Harry, who's like
Can't afford to be average.
Some YouTuber who's I think personal friends with TommyInnit. Do you guys know who TommyInnit is?
We do unfortunately know who TommyInnit is.
Look, I'm not gonna get into it. I really don't like him. I don't like TommyInnit.
That makes three of us, I think. That makes three of us.
I actually have something to talk about with him later, including you, but we'll get to that.
Oh, okay. I think I probably.
Yeah, you should know what that is.
Yeah, I do. I know where that's going.
Yeah.
You know, I got so much drama. It's great for a podcast because it about feels
It
an hour.
really is.
Definitely.
But yeah, when I saw this, it was like incel dating app. I was like,
Okay,
all right, let's
so
check this shit out.
He made this Average Harry guy, which I've got no issue with. He makes a video just like going because it was on Twitter. All these like fucking like crazy profiles were on Twitter, and people were making fun of it. So he goes for a video. I'm just gonna go on this app and see like for a video if I find anything. And you know, because he's making a YouTube video, and you got to do a bit of like the title stuff. He's titled something like "Exploring the Incel Dating App," which, you know, I don't blame him for his title. He's got to do the YouTube game and stuff.
He's like
that title
Indiana
works.
Jones of Virgins. Yeah.
But now that's all. But and apparently during his video, he comes across my profile on it.
He does what now? Oh wow, I didn't think it was that good. I mean, the whole play button there was pretty good, but he comes all the way across.
My pictures are pretty hot, but yeah, he comes across.
I thought it was hilarious that you had your play button there and you were just sat with like the plushy thing. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
I bet that's great. Some good shit.
Because I got to be honest, I wasn't sure about it on the time, but I did say I was online dating at the time. Let me tell you, play button does actually work on dating apps, so I'm not to brag. It works.
That's just the modern
it's
day, isn't
talking
it?
about off the bat. It works.
I suppose you're right. I'm gonna make my like fake one. I don't have a play button, obviously, but I'm just gonna draw like on a piece of cardboard saying, you know, this and just sup ladies.
4,000
That's the name of my channel. Fuckmaster 9000. That's the name of my channel.
He blurs my face in the video and stuff. But someone tells me about this thinking it might be me. So I thought, for a bit of fun, I'll go on the video and willingly comment that, yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Oops.
And now, even though I'm being good-humored about it, I've been goddamn freaking exposed. And look, if anything, I got no issue with the video. Like, I wouldn't put that profile down. I'm not going to be like some weird privacy guy. In fact, quite the opposite. I'm the only person in that video who he bothers to blur the face of, which I think is quite like mean to all the other people he shows in that video.
He thought you were so ugly.
No, but it's like because I have a play button, I'm due privacy, but not anyone else.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
You know, I found that annoying. But anyway,
I suppose maybe it's that he didn't know that you've done a face reveal, and he was like, "I don't want to like expose this guy's
Look,
face."
if you're someone who hasn't done a face reveal and you're on a dating app with your play button and you're,
that's a good point. That's a good point.
That's your fault if your face gets revealed.
Yeah.
Like,
it's your own fault.
That is true. That is true. Maybe you need a dick reveal with your sub count in the corner or something. That'd be good.
Tattooed along the dick.
What if you lose subs and you have to reject it?
The dick's not long enough. No.
Yeah, I know. My subscriber count gets too big. You know, 30,000.
Yeah, take on my subscribers, bitch.
only 2 digits can fit. No.
I guess we'll do the other TommyInnit stuff because it links on. Because when that stuff was happening, people scrambled to find anything they could have on me, and this was publicly posted by another YouTuber. I think mostly a streamer. They're quite popular. Someone called Snifferish. Who, to give you an idea, they were in the last Minecraft Live. Like in the after show when they like have the developers playing.
What the heck?
She was someone they brought on, a Twitch streamer. So she's sort of in that Mojang clique. She might have been at the Minecraft movie premiere. She's in that.
I actually recognize their name.
Yeah, you know that like clique. You know, I'm not gonna get too much into it, but Mojang definitely has their favorites.
Yeah, definitely. What, you're not their favorite? Yeah. What?
I don't think so.
Where's your cameo in the Minecraft movie? You should have your play button and everything.
Dude, you could have been next to Technoblade.
Too critical of their shit lackluster updates.
You could have been the next Technoblade.
I said no. I said he could have been. I said he could have been next to Technoblade.
Oh, I thought you said he could have been the next Technoblade. I was about to say, check your fucking balls, man. Watch out.
induced.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that. So originally, why people were trying to dig stuff up about me is I made what is quite an off-color tweet. Oh, can you? It all happens on fucking Twitter. Can you believe this? Oh,
I can't
Twitter
believe it,
again. Get off the app, Gerg. You idiot.
Dude, I can't even be bothered with Twitter. Twitter's too much effort.
I don't even get the appeal. I've stopped using it because I'm like I get nothing from it. I apparently only get bad press.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Clearly, yeah.
I didn't know anything about the whole Dream SMP shit. All I knew is that I wanted to avoid it like the plague because it just seems to me like everyone on there is like trying to cancel each other for over the smallest infractions.
Oh, 100%.
And
The only thing I know about that is everyone in it now hates Dream for some reason. I mean, I understand hating Dream. He's a bit of a prick. But, like, yeah, I feel like it's just drama and toxic 13-year-old fangirls that, like, draw sexual images of TommyInnit fucking Technoblade in the ass or whatever.
And my channel and videos are for people who actually play Minecraft and not just, like, watch a Twitch stream while drawing fan art. So I have no interest in relating myself to the Dream SMP crowd. But in fact, I know their fans are so psychotic and obsessive. At the start of my channel, I made a couple rules for myself. And, like, in terms of people I collab with, I have, like, a couple rules. I say they must have not started their channel or gained popularity during COVID-19. They must be at least 21 years old, and they're my rules.
Fair.
Those are good rules. Those are good rules to have.
Yes.
Those are pretty good
and this
rules to have.
explicitly
Don't really
rules
like
out
Adam.
all of Dream SMP.
Yeah, that does.
People locked in during COVID and had, I don't know, brain worms.
Yeah.
That is true.
That is actually a couple of good rules.
I did see your tweet when it happened, actually. It's one that I remember being like, oh, wait, Gerg, I know this guy. Where did I know this guy from?
I broke my rules and I decided to tweet about, because despite having no knowledge about it, I am aware. In fact, the only thing I knew about Technoblade is that he's dead. That's the only thing, and I gotta be honest here.
That's what
it's
most
kind of
people
the thing
know
he's
for.
most famous for nowadays.
It
It
kinda
really
is.
was
It
a dead
is.
Career
one.
move, man.
Yeah.
Dude, his career advisor killed him, I swear, because it really took off his channel.
That's literally the greatest career
He's
move of
barely
all time.
uploaded since as well.
I know what the fuck's up with that.
I think he's over doubled his subscribers since then.
He's aged like 40 years and calls himself Techno Dad now. I'm really confused.
So, like, I get recommended this video by TommyInnit, who's, like, got Technoblade and the thumbnail and stuff. And I just think to myself, like, didn't this guy die, like, 5 years ago? Like, this guy... I'm vaguely aware that TommyInnit is, like, friends with him. Like, just on the surface level, I'm like, are you still using, like, your dead friend in thumbnails for, like, trying to get viewers? Like 5 years later, that seems kind of like, I don't know anything, but it seems kind of disrespectful to me.
Yeah,
I totally get where you're coming from. I think you know this already, but it was for charity.
Yeah, well, I didn't watch the video, which seems to be a cause for my problem.
You gotta watch the videos.
You gotta do your research, man.
My tweets, I'm used to getting like 30 likes, and the reason why I literally never promote my Twitter anywhere. I don't link it in my. I don't like the people who follow me have like explicitly gone out their way to try and find my Twitter if it exists. So I'm like, because I haven't really got an interest in trying to like be one of these Twitter people. So like I'm used to my tweets getting like 30 likes. This thing gets 2 million views. And like start this whole hate wave. I'm like, oh, well, if I knew this is gonna happen, I would have bothered clicking on it.
Just remind me,
his father's in it and stuff.
Just remind me, what was the tweet that you actually like? What did you actually say?
Well, I also wrote it in a very
in the ass.
I also did write it in a pretty inflammatory way, but you know that's just how I do stuff.
Yeah.
I said, okay, I'm gonna have to remember it now.
Just give it like a
find it
paraphrase.
if
Just
you
give a paraphrase.
I said something like, I probably said something like, didn't this guy die like 5 years ago? I don't know nothing about these people, but didn't this guy die like 5 years ago? How much longer are they gonna dance around their friend's corpse for cash?
Yeah, I can see.
I can see why people hated that.
I totally get where you're coming from.
The title was like raising money for Technoblade, and I read that as like. Yeah, I
Meet
read
in a
that as
coffin or
like
something.
getting money for Technoblade.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, I am also under the impression that since he's died, his channel has made quite like a few $1 million.
Yeah.
So I was
I'd
like,
say a
it's
few million is
little-
probably an understatement. I think he's
I hate to break
probably
it to
done
you,
well.
Tommy, in it, but it might be a little too late for the cancer fund.
Yeah, and like I'm aware that they've done like a bunch of fundraisers before for the family. So I'm like, are they
Right.
doing this again?
Yeah, yeah. I can understand
So I
where
just
you're
put a
coming
tweet
from.
out there expecting it to get like 30 likes, but apparently not. And
Everybody
like,
saw it.
People inform me that it's like a charity thing and that it's in bad
It is a
taste and
joke.
whatever.
Yeah.
So I just said, okay, I didn't know, apologies. And I put £100 of my own money to the Sarcoma Foundation, which in my head, I was like, you know, I just wrote something without knowing about it. I apologized. I deleted the tweet, and I even donated money to charity.
can move on.
What more could you want from me?
Yeah.
That's not good enough for some people.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Dead.
I think I made a tweet saying, "Look, I've donated £100 to charity," and the top thing on the tweet was, "Doesn't matter. We'll still know what you did."
It's like this is
Are
like
they the
this is
Dark
what the
Brotherhood
fuck-
from Skyrim?
Yeah, what the fuck do you want?
This
So,
is-
and at that point, I realized that there's no point in apologizing for stuff. There's just going to be some
100%.
people which
That's
no matter what.
that was something. That's something.
Apologizing feeds them.
That's something I was
Apologizing feeds their
thinking
shit.
about, like like related to Notch as well. Like, it doesn't matter how much time passes in, like, depending on who you are. Like, for a lot of people, it doesn't matter how much time passes. It doesn't matter what you do. Like, if you apologize for what you've done, like, you can still be held like accountable by people who are like, you know,
They've already
stuck
made
in the
their mind
past. Yeah, like they've made their mind
Yeah.
up. They've got their fixed opinion on who you are and who your whole character is as well, like as a person. Whereas, like, you know, people don't even think past the surface level a lot of the time, and it's super annoying.
Oh, 100%. Especially on Twitter. Especially 13-year-old Minecraft.
It's like you
YouTube fans. They
say
are
you give
the
one
worst.
you give one opinion, you're automatically the extreme of that opinion, and nothing
Yeah.
else. And that's what's annoying.
black
It's like
and white and
you
that's
can't
it.
you can't have any nuance to your character, and also, like, if you make a mistake, you can't, like, be forgiven for that mistake. It seems like
Oh yeah, there's no
people
forgiveness.
do not
Everyone
forgive.
on there is like Darth Vader. If you make a mistake, they force choke you from across the galaxy and just murder young ninjas.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
So, I think a lot of people were very big Technoblade fans, so they sort of
Oh,
assume
shit, yeah.
a lot of knowledge on me,
Yeah.
which, like, as I said, the only thing I knew about him was he was dead. I've never seen a video
See
from
that,
him.
I think that's like as well. Like, people probably, like, if you're making a tweet or a comment on something, people assume
Yeah.
that you know as much as they do. You know, like they don't
Yeah,
they don't
it's like,
assume
I
that
don't
you
know.
have no clue what you're talking about, because then why would you comment, right? Like that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
kind of the assumption, I guess.
think I don't know much about Technoblade. I didn't really watch him, and I still haven't really watched him. He seems like the only good one from that Cancer's Dream SMP.
100%.
Shouldn't
He-
have said probably should have mentioned Cancer. It seems like the only shithole. But he seems alright. It's a shame he died. I would have
Yeah.
preferred to be TommyInnit, to be honest. But I totally get where you're coming from, because that one was a charity, and I think he fucked up by specifically doing that. But a lot of people did use him for views after he died.
100%. 100.
Now,
A lot of people is an understatement.
some
I'd
his
say.
friends, some not his friends. It's more fucked up if they're his friends, though, because I feel like that's incredibly morbid.
I have
if
to
my
say-
friend died, if Blair died,
Yeah.
I would like feel bad about using him in
I-
a thumbnail.
I will say, though, in the defense of those people, especially when it comes to the friends, right? It is, like, pretty well
Right.
known that Technoblade was, like, all big on the sellout as, like, part of his character. Like, his whole
I also
whole
didn't
persona
know
was
that.
his whole persona is that he's, like, a big sellout, right? And that's why
Yeah.
that's why some people are like, oh, it's so distasteful that his dad is still, like, you know, milking his son's death. But it's also like, I would not be surprised if his son was
It's like it's
if
on brand.
it wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if Technoblade was like, Dad, fucking milk it, dude. Like, do it.
I'm
like,
I'm
you know, like,
totally fine.
I would not be
totally fine
surprised
with
if
what
that
his
was the
dad's
case. Yeah, no, but like,
No,
what I'm saying
his
is,
dad,
what I'm saying,
I feel
like, with
bad
his
for his dad. He's trying to make do. He's trying to like carry on his
Yeah,
son's legacy after
100%.
he died. I have nothing
But,
against his
what-
dad.
what I'm talking about is, like,
TommyInnit,
his-
however, is a bit of a prick.
But I'm talking about his friends. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if his friends were told the same thing, right? Like, I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah.
if, like, that was, you know, that's like all part of the meme. I mean, like, when he died, he had, like, merchandise that was all about him dying, you know, like, like, that was literally, it was, so, like,
But yeah,
I wouldn't be
just didn't
surprised
know
about
any of
that, but
this,
it's,
so-
that's like in the defense of those people, I guess. But at the same
That
time,
would make a lot of sense.
there are plenty of people who didn't know him clearly that would like that did the same thing, like.
Didn't Dream make like a music video and had like Technoblade's dead body, well, not his actual dead body, but like kind of like he was like, do you know what I'm on? Maybe I'm getting this wrong.
Don't think I know
swear
the one.
Dream made like a music
I only
video
know
with
about it
Technoblade
because
in.
some Twitter retard was like replying to my initial Technoblade tweet, crying about Dream, and I'm like about this fucking music video, and I watched it, and it's like, the music video has like an interpretation of like the lyrics are explicitly about like Technoblade's death. He's saying like the first time I wore a suit was to like your funeral, and he has
These are some good lyrics.
Yeah, in the music video, there's like a visual of him standing over the hospital bed where I think like where it's meant to be Technoblade, but like in the exact same scene, his father is there playing the doctor. So it's also like
the hell.
Okay, so that's fair. Yeah, like so
yeah,
like,
it's like I don't know. Some people are pretty obsessive and just like anything to hate the one I don't like.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Like,
right. Okay.
People get so quickly on the hate train.
This is why I will never talk about Technoblade or any person even remotely related to the Dream SMP ever again.
Yeah, this is the last time. You heard it here. This is the judge's last time.
And I touched the poo.
You did.
I think
See, now,
I think when people like people jump on the hate train so quickly, and it's to me like I don't have enough time to deal with like spreading hate or like dealing with hate, if I'm honest. Like it's too draining, and I don't have enough time or energy in a day to deal with that. So like when I see it, I'm like I just avoid it like the plague. But some people love to just dive headfirst into it and like don't stop.
I'll be totally honest.
Like,
I'm one of those people. I don't know what it is, but it's addictive. I don't know. It feels like I'm like writing a sitcom. And like everything's like a joke, and it's like, right, so this character did this, so I reply with this, and then there's a laugh track or some shit. It's addictive because you want to know what you kind of just want to like own them even more, and you want to see what they say next. You're fascinated about how their brain works or how it doesn't work at all.
Yeah,
it's yeah. Twitter's weird, and the weird thing with TommyInnit, right? He got mad at Dream. Because apparently Dream said retard, right? And this was a whole fucking drama.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
yes.
this drama was ridiculous.
This is the one thing I'm also aware of.
Yeah.
And because after the Technoblade thing, I started doing more research into TommyInnit and stuff, and he released that, and I thought that is the stupidest thing. He's like looking at the camera at an upwards angle. He's like wide eyes, like. Don't say the Arsler, man. My mom works with people with disabilities.
And then he was
my mom works with retards.
And then he was like,
it's like we know she's your mother.
And she works with you.
That's me.
You know, it's crazy though, because like TommyInnit, like. I was shocked because there's this podcast my dad watches, right, called Have a Word, and they're pretty edgy comedians, right? They say retard all the time, and TommyInnit's like really trying to get into the stand-up comedy scene, and he went on this podcast. He is so bad.
Unfunny.
But he went on this podcast with these edgy comedians, and I feel like if you're gonna call Dream out for saying retard, why did you go on this podcast with people who famously say edgy shit and dark shit,
literally.
have said retard multiple times? To me, that comes across as a hypocrite to me, and I just don't like TommyInnit's videos. I don't know the guy, obviously.
Well, he fully dramatized. I feel like that was drama for the sake of like drama and views, like just to milk every red cent you can get out of somebody. Like that's what it felt like to me, because it's like, it's almost like the bridges are burnt already, or like, they don't really do anything or communicate anymore or whatever. And he was like, all right, what's the last little bit I can suckle out of this guy who has all these, views and stuff? Like, what can I do? And it's like, okay, well, I'm going to cause drama and say that there's like hate between us or something, And he like. I remember I saw like something about him, like TommyInnit being like, oh, you messaged my mother and threatened her or some shit, and like the messages were literally just like I don't know, like some kind, like, hope you're doing well or something like that messages. And I was like,
friendo with a good time.
It was really confusing. I was just, I don't know what was going on there. It's so strange, but yeah, not the biggest TommyInnit fan, if I'm honest.
Yeah, no, that shit's, yeah.
This episode's going to have a really good title. Racism and Dream. That's going to do well.
Racism, Dream, Technoblade, Gerg.
We're going to get so many views on this one.
This is probably going to get so many dislikes, and that's a good thing, because it's hilarious.
Well,
maybe not. Maybe people did like it. Maybe they'd be like, holy shit, a modern Minecraft YouTuber who's not a massive pussy.
One more thing I wanted to say. Okay, actually, that is a good point. First of all, I do have respect for you, Gerg, for being against the grain of the the modern Minecraft YouTuber like that. Like I think we can kind of relate a bit to that, being like, it's not about the family friendly things, like you don't have to be family friendly to make it. Like,
I call it forced wholesomeness, where everything needs to be cutesy and you can't be
toxic positivity
negative.
bullshit.
It's too much, and I think the world's got a bit too sensitive with that stuff, where now it's like things that should be kind of normal are treated like, big no things. It's like you're giving too much power to things that shouldn't matter. That's one thing. I did want to talk very briefly, or like just ask about your on-camera persona, I guess. Obviously,
Okay, I gotta be honest.
it's got
I was watching Ryan's video, and at some point he says that I sound annoying, and I agree. In that video, I do come across as bloody whiny, and my voice is like pretty goddamn annoying, and I'm like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So I mean,
I was still new to long form at the time. I obviously had my start making shorts.
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe some of that, like, still, like, the short are going to be as inflectious on every single word, sort of still lingered. I am probably a tiny bit better at it now. I don't know. How excruciatingly annoying am I in this podcast?
Nah, you're all good. You're all good.
No,
It's more just like I think it's interesting because I know, like, I remember in Ryan's video or chatting with Ryan, I can't remember, he was he's talking about, like, it's a character he's putting on. I was like, I can agree with that. Like, there's yes, it's part of your personality and like who you are and your opinions, but you're obviously exaggerating it for the content, for the entertainment.
It's something some people don't get that. Some, like, smaller YouTubers and even some bigger ones, they don't understand that you have to, like, you kind of have to put on a little bit of an act in a show for the sake of, like, entertainment.
100%.
So it's not being fake. It's more that, like, if you were just like, hey guys, today I'm playing Minecraft, I'm punching a tree, I'm punching a sheep.
Or today I really hate
like,
this guy.
That's boring shit. Yeah, you gotta kind of just you gotta go out there and just, like, kind of, even if you look like an asshole, that's another thing. Some people are, like, absolutely fucking scared of looking stupid for the sake of, like, a joke and shit.
Literally.
And that annoys me. Yeah, like, you got. I got the. I thought it was like some kind of, like, a little bit of a show, because
I wanted
for the sake of, like, entertainment.
I wanted to bring it up because I wanted to clarify, because there's definitely people out there who we know that are, like, reasonable and normal people that think it's like some malicious personality that you just have, and it's like, no, it's played for jokes. It's played up.
It's like the Green Goblin mask.
Yeah. It's played up a bit, and that's what it's about, the entertainment, for sure.
Yeah, I do have an issue between, like, what is me and what is me, the character of Gerg, especially after I started making, like, on camera, like, not Minecraft appearances, because I'm like, is that going to blur the line? Because before that point, it was pretty obvious Gerg is a character, especially in the shorts, where
of course,
I sort of. I like do these more. I don't
so
know if you've seen my shorts,
exaggerated,
but I tend to be a lot more exaggerated in the shorts, and I tend to, like, do these, like, crazy things where I'm like, I act more evil in the shorts. Like, I'll do evil things, and it's like, okay, well, that's clearly the character. But then I'll make a video where I'm talking about the Minecraft art style, and that's obviously just my opinion. Yeah. So, like, when am I doing the character? When am I not?
Yeah.
So it's,
I do the same thing, actually. Some videos I do act like a bit of an asshole for the sake of, even in my video about you, Especially in the beginning, I definitely put on a bit of a like, hey, I'm an asshole. I'm gonna be like a bit of a toxic dick. And I got comments like that, like, oh, you're just as bad as Gerg because you're British and you're rude. And I'm like, listen, motherfucker. Yeah, they don't get it. My video, I feel like I went full 2016 with it. I was like heavily inspired by that kind of era of shit because I just thought it would be fun to do. I've never edited or made anything like that.
I thought it was really good. Very funny. My favorite bits were when you did like the really short, snappy stuff. Like I said something at one point, and you just edited in like a judge with a gavel and going. And you said like right, like wrong.
Yeah, I did. My favorite bit is when Zipover was like, you discover an AIDS, and I was like, he discovered AIDS. Bashiverse in his video. That's my favorite part. I love that bit. But yeah, I definitely put on a bit of a like act because you have to. It's for entertainment, right?
It's for
Part of it is
100%.
entertainment. It's YouTube, and you
YouTube.
have to kind of push, like enforce that like tone into the video more. If it was me being like a boring cunt, like Moist Critical or something, I'm just like, hey guys, today Gerg did this, and then I bring up a bunch of fucking spreadsheets and facts. That's boring as fuck. Like maybe it's more accurate, maybe it's less annoying, but to me it's just like
less entertaining.
Nothing,
it's like I wouldn't watch that.
It's less entertainment. It's shit. It's like a fucking police report. It's not a good video. But yeah, some people didn't like my video because apparently I was rude, and I said like that's literally the fucking point.
That's the whole point. Yeah, that was the funniest part. Was all the comments that are like, "You're so rude. I couldn't stand watching this because you swear too much and things like that." I was like, "Grow up."
Dude,
what are you talking about?
That one fucking prick said like, my points didn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Because my video was 45 minutes long and I swore too much. And I was like, what?
Why does that nullify my points?
I mean, prove him wrong. Prove him wrong.
Yeah. Why does that nullify my points because I swear and it went for 45 minutes? That literally. I
guess I should have made a YouTube short and with the fucking
catered to your
over
attention span. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Fucking hell. What an idiot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I totally. I get that. I get that side of like YouTube and that kind of like you gotta force the tone. And if you're making a video talking shit about something, you gotta force the tone of being an asshole. Otherwise, it ironically comes across as, or unironically comes across as more disingenuous if you don't like put on the act.
Yeah, which is
it just
strange.
comes across like you don't give a fuck, right? Yeah, it comes across like you don't actually care and it's just whatever.
I still prefer modern Minecraft. I'll be honest.
What? Nah, right. Kick it. Fuck this guy.
Get him out of here. So,
that's a question I have.
My second video was more trying to find out, like, okay, well, because there is something. I'm not like completely blind to the fact of like, I'm playing this old version and it does have a look to it. It does have a vibe. As I'm walking around, walking to the Farlands with you two, and the chunks are refusing to load.
Yeah, you're gonna have issues with that if you're on the regular launcher for sure.
It's the shitty servers.
It is also. This is also a cheap server, so.
Yeah.
It's. Like, it has a vibe about it, which modern Minecraft, and I do say that in my video, like, you take the pictures of the two versions, it looks different now.
Yeah.
So I'm trying
to
go, like,
different atmosphere.
Yeah. So I'm going like, okay, well, to me, what I like about old Minecraft is it sort of has an aesthetic and a vibe which isn't really present anymore.
Yeah.
So that was my video was about. Not that I prefer old Minecraft or I'm like going back on I do prefer the new stuff because at the end of the day, it's got all the same features and then some. And to me, I think that matters more, especially considering I like making all the redstone. I like making all these crazy contraptions and stuff. Like, that
I
works
agree with you
for me.
there. Redstone is actually one of the things that I think, like, obviously, I don't think they've ever fucked up a redstone update. I think they've only improved redstone. To me, they fucked some stuff up, but they've not like there's no fucking sniffers and they've not totally trashed the textures or anything like. Well, they did do that, but you know what I mean.
There's nothing in there which feels like it's like a load of crap.
The most egregious,
questionable.
I think some of the most egregious things to change in Redstone is the texture of the redstone torch and the piston sound which they corrected again. Other than that, Redstone's been like, it's just continued to develop, which is cool.
It's not a Minecraft door if the pistons don't blast your ear off.
Exactly.
I clearly like old Minecraft more, right? And the big part of it is like fuck the gameplay, fuck all that shit. To me, most of it literally is just a look. As soon as Jappa changed the textures, I was like, right, fuck this shit. I hate this. I like the terrain generation is dog shit. The game looks like shit. I want to go back because I love the old look of Minecraft. I love how it looks like very retro. It looks like a 90s kind of dungeon crawler.
Yeah.
It looks a bit rough, but everything stands out and pops more. And the terrain generation is like, it doesn't get boring to me, even though you see things that look very similar. It just doesn't. It's not trying to be realistic at all, and it's like
that's
just
probably
kind
the
of
biggest thing is
broken.
that it's not trying to be realistic. That's something that annoys me.
Yes,
The
it was
lighting
very
is
more
better.
fantastical.
Yeah, the lighting I feel is better in beta. I don't know how they made it worse. I just think
I mean, I disagree on the lighting.
what?
yeah,
right, that's it.
The beta, are you talking about like no smooth lighting?
No, there's smooth lighting in beta.
No. This
okay.
light in here, I like this light in more. If you look at it side by side, I feel like this one has like darker shadows.
It does, yeah.
This is you,
Well,
this is you
the-
being autistic again about the old version.
Well,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
in modern,
Okay,
modern, the lighting in modern, the lighting is like more of a yellow tint, whereas in beta it's dark. It's like it's either it can go to black, which is like it doesn't. I feel like it doesn't do that as much.
The shadows,
modern.
it's once you notice it, it's something that I like can't get over. I feel like they changed it
does
because
make
of
a big
performance
difference.
reasons.
Yeah.
I think it's totally performance reasons. Like the modern is kind of a look between no smooth lighting
maybe
and this.
1.15 changed a lot about the renderer.
Maybe.
Yeah. And also, the old fog is good. That's my last thing.
Oh yeah,
I like the old fog.
yeah. Well,
I
that
think-
plays into the aesthetic, and
I
that's
think-
my point with the video.
I think
Is that
Yeah.
part of like why old Minecraft I think is loved by a lot of people and for me as well. Like, I think it can be very balanced in a way, like compared to modern, and that's I think that's why a lot of people come back, is because like you go caving, you can go caving for a long time, and you know there's coal down the bottom you can collect. Whereas like like this is just an example, but if you're caving in modern and you're down at diamond level, you run out of torches. It's like you got to go all the way back up to the surface to find where the coal is because of the way the auto distribution is, right? Like that's a small part of it, and then there's also like anything you build in an old version of the game can like work and look good if you spend a little bit of time on it, but there's a lot that you can do in modern that makes builds just look kind of bad, and like
there's just some things in modern I don't like, and although beta doesn't have as much, I feel like I like everything in it. Whilst modern has more, but some of that new stuff
God,
is just
we
shit and I
get
can't
it.
avoid
You
it.
hate beds. Jeez.
Beds suck. Fuck beds. But beds, hunger bars, suck
he
my
doesn't
nuts.
he doesn't like he doesn't
Just don't use them, Ryan. Just come on, just don't use them.
No.
he doesn't like beds in real life either.
And to me, the stuff like yeah, modern has more, kind of has some of the stuff, but to me it's more like this cake has loads of shit on top of it, but it still has the cake, and that's what the modern kind of thing is like. Yeah, modern has more, but it also has more shit, and I just don't really like the shit. And plus, like, I just like sticking to this version. It's a bit of a niche. I feel comfortable with it. I don't have to like care about new updates coming out and shit. I like when a game's just done and I can just like play it forever and no changes or anything.
I think
that's a me thing.
I think like personally, I actually do enjoy playing the modern game. I do find it a lot harder to like commit to, is all, like it feels like the world can grow so much and you can feel so insignificant in a modern version with like the Elytra and stuff, I feel.
We played modern recently, right? I do enjoy it. I don't think it's a shit game. Like,
Yeah,
I don't hate
like, it's
it
still
as much
fun.
as maybe
You
I
can
come
have still a
across.
lot of fun.
To me, they're like not completely different, but to me they're very different games to the point where it's
Absolutely.
like
They're
you can
different.
play both
you
and
play,
have a different experience.
You play both for two different reasons. That's how I feel about it. For
Right,
sure.
right. It's not shit. Some bits of it shit.
Gerg, how
I'm
about-
definitely a Mojang hater, a modern Mojang hater. I'm fully into it now.
He's
I
leaning
used
into
to be
it.
making a lot of excuses for Mojang because I'm like, well, this update's small, but next update, it's only small because the next one. But we all know that the next update's going to be like one fucking boat called the Happy Raft.
Well, I mean, they've changed the whole updating system, right? Like they've made it so that they're doing smaller updates, but more frequently.
They've gone from like 5 out of 10 mods once per year to 2 out of 10 texture packs every 3 months.
I have to ask, how much like old Minecraft have you actually played in terms of like, I don't know, like I wouldn't say research because we haven't talked about much research in the videos, but how much old Minecraft have you?
No, I got an issue with research.
Yeah, did you actually spend time like playing in a world or anything, or did you just?
I have, but this was actually completely unrelated to the Zipover stuff or anything to do with my videos on old Minecraft. Just out of pure interest, we decided hey, wouldn't it be fun to go to the earliest version with multiplayer and then just update the world once a week and see if we can catch it with modern.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. We started at we could have gone back further, which I kind of wanted, but it ended up being a bit of a pain in the ass to do
that's
so.
the problem with,
because you had to do this through a cracked server. I had to register, and the reason why is because these point at old authentication servers which aren't plugged in anymore, so you can't even log on with your real account.
Yeah.
And when we had to do all that, we just said, okay, whatever.
Screw
We're
it.
gonna go for what's the version the 2 versions before 1.0. That's when we did it.
1.8.
Beta
1.8.
Yeah, 1.8. I think we started at 1.8.
I was gonna say 1.8. That so that no wonder you thought beta had hunger system and stuff.
Yeah.
So I played that. I know you guys are gonna go on a bit of a tism and say, actually, old Minecraft starts before the adventure update because hunger is evil.
Dude, hunger is evil. You seen those kids in Africa? It's tragic, man. You should donate £100 to them.
I think the current hunger system works well enough where it's directly tied with saturation and healing. It is a bit of a pain in the ass, but you get golden carrots. It's not the biggest
I
thing.
personally just like the fact that in beta, for example, you're only punished for making a mistake. Even getting blown up by a creeper because you're not paying attention, that's still your fault because you weren't aware of your surroundings, right? That's why I think you should only have to heal if you make a mistake. Whereas
hunger only drains if you move. If you dig yourself in a small hole. In fact,
it only drains if you don't play it doesn't drain if you don't play the game.
Only if you run. If you walk everywhere, you're fine.
Isn't in hard mode or hardcore, it drains no matter what?
Maybe they made that change. Just I don't know.
Because I'm pretty sure
I'm mostly a creative mode player.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I'm pretty sure in the harder versions of the game, if you select a harder mode, it drains just automatically.
Not in hard. I know for a fact not in hard.
Okay, maybe it's hardcore.
Maybe hardcore.
I could have sworn
they did it just to make it so you can't just get
a
really
just
super high score.
Well, I guess that
I do know they changed it. I do know at some point, at one point, maybe I don't know when they changed it. 5 years ago, if you stood still, you still lost hunger or shit like that. I think they did change it. I've been told that a lot.
Now that I'm
complaining.
Now that I'm thinking about it though, I imagine they probably haven't changed that because people definitely go AFK all the time. So
yeah,
right.
The thing which kills you now if you go AFK is the fucking phantoms.
Yeah.
Oh god, no.
I mean, look, what's been said about the phantoms has already been said.
Yeah, there's been plenty enough said about that.
Were you there for that vote? What did you vote for?
No.
Okay.
I started voting with the glow squid. Because before then, it was fucking Twitter polls. And
which is
I'm
the
not
worst.
making a Twitter account to vote in a stupid fucking thing.
Yeah.
So, and to be honest, I only started playing modern versions of Minecraft in late 1.15, 1.16. Before then, I was eternally stuck on 1.7.10 because I used to be a huge modded player. I used to play mods pretty much exclusively.
Oh,
and then one time I decided to play vanilla, and I'm like, oh, this is better. But that's a video of mine for a whole other day on why I don't like modded.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Yes, there's some. They don't have the quality control. Some of those mods. There's some good mods, some fucking shit ones. I hate the mods that don't fit the game. So, some of the really bad ones, I'm not a big fan of Poker Mine one or whatever the fuck it's called.
I accept that as if you're gonna download mods, you're implicitly accepting 50 people's different interpretation of the game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a clustered mess anyway. You're destroying the art style, so I don't even bother with it. But there's I'm not gonna get too much into it. There's a mod called Mechanism, bane of my existence. Hate it. Dog crap deserves to die. The mod creator. This is an actual call to action. I am going to find and hunt the mod creative mechanism down. I'm going to kill him in real life.
He's going to your house.
This is an actionable threat. If this is played in the courtroom, let it be known. I meant it.
It's been premeditated.
Yeah, it's been premeditated.
I don't know this mod.
Good, you get to live for now.
Yeah.
Okay, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I was a modded player for like a long time, and then I jumped to 1.15 and I enjoy it. So a lot of my stuff is more like modern focused. The first thing I voted in was the Glow Squid one. I voted for the Glow Squid because I was under the impression
awful human being.
I was under the
also
impression
voted the Glow Squid.
that the Glow Squid was going to be a movable light source.
Boo!
Yep.
We all knew it wasn't happening.
I
Boo! We all
said
knew it
the
wasn't
same
gonna
thing the
be.
last fucking episode. Last fucking maybe not the last one, the one before.
If you'd thought for
said
more
the
than
same
half a
thing.
second, you would have known
can stick
Mojang
him
would
in a
never do that.
minecart. Think of the implications.
No,
you stick him
dude.
in a minecart, you have this movable light source. That's fucking awesome.
Boo! Yeah.
I thought the same shit, and that's why I voted for it. But unfortunately, Mojang are just incompetent assholes. So
I don't
happen.
think the Glow Squid's that bad, to be honest.
I think
I don't want to get the hate. I
it's
think
not the
glow
worst.
signs are pretty cool. Although, let's be honest. Here's my schizo theory. My Alex Jones theory, as you said in the video, which I thought was funny.
Sandy Hook was inside job.
Yeah, I agree.
Shit, you heard it here first.
No. Is that the glow item frames and the glow signs? They were just going to be added anyway. Or we're just going to be crafted with glowstone,
Which should have been the
glow
case.
squid
Yeah.
won, and it's like, oh, okay, we can make it better. But like, okay,
I
the
feel
rest
the
of
same way
them.
with most of those. I feel like that's the case with most of them. Like the Phantom is just an annoyance, and I remember one guy. I was having.
No, I
was
think
like
the
talking
Phantom
about
was
this.
legit. I think the Phantom they were trying to do legit because it was the first one, and then the
I
other
suppose
ones
so.
are so cynical with the sniffer. What's the other one? Which one?
The fucking
Allay?
shit. What's the Allay?
The Allay is my absolute
God, I
least
didn't
favorite of
forget that
all of
exists
them.
in the game.
That is my least favorite of all of them, especially because it was in place of the copper golem, which would have been way more fun to have. But
I voted for the copper golem.
yeah, the based. There we go.
I think I did too. I can't remember.
That was just a no-brainer. I don't know.
Yeah, I like the idea of having a base with like all these little guys running about.
Exactly.
That looks cool.
That's something. That's
Now,
like we've talked about this before. That's something
I got
that
to
like
butt in here. As much as you guys would butt in about like beta features.
Yeah.
I have to be honest. The Allay is a pretty useful thing for Redstone.
Yeah, that
in
is
the
true.
way
I have to
of
accept that.
You can now create item filters for non-stackable items.
Yeah.
I made a minigame recently which involves tridents, had to filter for them. Only possible with the Allay.
I can see that.
I wish it was something else. The Allay
Yeah.
is a pain in the ass. I
The-
would prefer not to use it.
Here's
Especially considering you hear...
Oh, so annoying! Oh my god, so
Yeah.
annoying. I think so. Here's the thing. I think both like beta probably more than modern. Beta definitely more than modern. Has like your builds can feel lifeless and things like that. And in modern it's the same thing. Like you can have these very nice ornate buildings and whatever, but it feels lifeless. Then. Like the copper golem was something I was thinking would add like so much more life, very easily, so much more life to the game. So much like personality in that to the game. The LA doesn't do that. It's like a soulless, just like bot almost. That's what it feels like to me. It has no personality. It just kind of flies around. Is annoying.
Do you know what mobs I hate? They weren't mob vote ones, but I hate the fucking wandering trader. I hate that cunt. I hope he gets hit by a car. And same with the pillagers. I hate all of those arseholes. All the ones that just come up like all the
Just out of nowhere.
fucking. Yeah, I hate those arseholes. And what I was saying about the Phantom, right? I remember one guy was like, the Phantom's great. They added the ability to repair elytras. And I'm like, motherfucker, you could already do that. They added a mob, right? You used to be able to repair elytras with leather. They just added a fucking mob and switched
Made extra steps.
They copied leather. Yeah, let's copy the fucking... Yeah, oh god, fuck the Phantom.
Yeah. I think they can. I think they need to go back and fix the Phantom. I think it can be fixed and people can like it. But
my suggestion has always been make them hue shift them purple, make them
slap them in the end.
Cities.
Slap them in the end, 100%.
And specifically.
Yeah, and
because then it works with the Shulkers. The Shulkers levitate you in the air.
Yeah,
then 100%. The Phantoms eat you.
That's such a
I've
good
talked
idea.
about this before. Like, and then plus it obviously relates to the elytras, so it makes sense.
It makes sense. It does. It doesn't make any sense.
That's what they
and
should do.
We talk about this too. Like, we we like the bed, right? We say we don't like the bed. The big thing is you're skipping half of the challenge of the game, right? Like
the Phantom encourages it, which is stupid.
yeah, exactly. The Phantom encourages you to sleep and skip the game. It doesn't. It should be the opposite. So just get rid of
it. Too much, they come.
Yeah, just get rid of that feature and put it in the put it in the end. I agree. I think that's maybe when they do an end update when the game is in dire straits and they go, oh, we need to save the game, and they add the end update eventually. That'll be what they do, I guess. But
yeah, the end update will just be like purple grass and the Phantom change, and then maybe like a
purple
special
tree.
Enderman. Oh, that'll be the end update.
Yeah,
in
purple
my
tree.
second video about the textures, there was actually a whole 3-minute section which I just straight up cut out because I thought it sounded a bit too mean and ruined the end of the video where I'm a bit more balanced. Because ultimately my thing is like, I prefer new Minecraft, but I kind of get the aesthetic reasons. And I removed this 3-minute section because I wanted it to sound a bit balanced at the end. But this 3-minute section, I went on a huge ass angry rant complaining about chat reporting. I complain about them fucking removing Notch from the from a bunch of places.
The splash text and
I also make fun of China Edition that they removed these because in the intro I make fun of them removing Hello Russia because of the Russian
shit, I remember that.
I remember that.
Yeah, so then I tie it back and say, oh yeah, you'll remove that, but then you'll make a Chinese specific censored edition.
Yeah. When China's
I removed all that.
Questionable things.
I wish, the one thing I really wish, I was a popular YouTuber, or even a YouTuber at all, back when chat reporting was added.
I got good news to you. Oh, okay. I should have finished. Yeah,
because everyone... I
saw loads of them supporting it. Like, what the fuck?
Yes.
Which is
every
crazy.
Major goddamn YouTuber supported it,
Which
and
is
I would have roared against it so goddamn hard. I hate it.
The thing about the chat reporting is they were going to do it no matter what. No matter what the public said. Like, that's the worst part, is like, that was something that as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, there's nothing we can do about this, which is annoying.
When you've got like Exumavoid going, oh well, this allows them to make Minecraft a more safe and wholesome place, and I'm like, you're allowing them to just rob you of your money and your access to the game you paid money for.
Weren't people getting banned from their own fucking private servers?
They were stopped being able to...
You name a villager idiot, it gets censored.
It's so stupid.
Just so you know, it straight up disables the multiplayer. Like, it grays it out on the main menu. Which
is insane.
Like, so insidious and ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the bit which, like, oh god, it just generally angers me, especially considering people were so accepting of it. And then, like, you try and row against it, and it's like, well, especially me.
You just don't want it to be a safe
minority
place.
hater.
You just want to say
famous minority.
You just want to say pigger.
Famous minority hater. That's the best quote I've ever heard.
Oh god.
No, I want to own the thing I paid money for, and not just have a license which can be revoked.
Definitely.
I hate that shit. I think servers should be self-moderated by the people who fucking run them.
Yes.
I feel like that should be the way
it
is.
It's like it's stepping in on other people's. Like, you're running a server, you already have moderation tools available. Why do I need Mojang to come in and also give me stipulations on how it runs?
And the crazy thing is, up until this point as well, Mojang has had like zero input on like helping servers, become popular, or helping servers, maintain player bases, or encouraging people to have players and things like that. Like they haven't helped with any of that stuff, and now they're like, actually, we want to mandate how you can actually run them. It's like, oh god.
There's a lawsuit by Kian Bros, which is brewing. I don't know if you guys.
I've heard about this one. Yeah,
I've not heard of
this. He's there's a fundraiser. He raised over $100,000. He's suing Microsoft and Mojang
for taking out guns or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I did hear about this.
Yeah.
Now I gotta be honest. I'm more privy to some of the more like I've been added to like an internal group of like where he's giving more specific updates of what's happening to it.
Yeah.
Although I've got to
Right.
be honest, a lot of it's very wordy, and I have not read it.
Yeah, valid. You haven't done your
I thought he
research.
took the money and- I thought he just took the money and said fuck it because he's not going to
as
win
far
against
as
Microsoft, is he?
There's no
I
way
feel
he's gonna win.
Microsoft is like the way the legal system works, money
The,
wins
the,
usually.
well, the only
As
way
of
he can.
yesterday, he's speaking to like a lawyer, and they're probably going to file suit soon, from what I'm aware.
Like the only
Okay.
way they can win is if it gets enough traction and popularity to be like a diminishing thing on Mojang's image. That's the big thing.
The
Like,
people versus Mojang.
yeah, like if it gains like popularity, if it gets to like the mainstream media, you know, like that's the kind of thing that it's kind of like, you know, it'll be. That's when they'll probably be like, okay, now we actually have to take this seriously. Whereas like, you know, as long as they can keep it under wraps, it'll be, you know, it won't be a big
It's
deal.
crazy how
potential for
the it's crazy how the community have changed over like the past 10 years because stuff like this is why Notch sold the game. He was trying to stop shit like this. I remember the reason he sold the game was because he was trying to block microtransactions on servers and shit like that.
Yeah.
And he didn't want any of this
that's
kind of
right.
bullshit. Yeah.
It's-
And people were complaining. The people who own those servers were
And then you
mad.
got
They were
the
like, "Oh,
fucking
you're stealing
Bedrock
my money."
Marketplace and
Yeah,
shit.
you're stealing my money. Yeah, exactly.
it's-
You're
He
stopping
was like,
me
you
from
know,
doing this.
fuck this. Someone else can deal with it. I'm tired of getting hate for trying to do the right thing. So he
Yeah.
sold the fucking game, and then it just happened
Like,
anyway. So yeah.
Like people's opinions on Notch should not be based on like some
Three
like
tweets.
personal opinion tweets. Yeah, like I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what his politics are.
Yeah.
But I don't like Notch. Why? Well, he's fat and bald and a drug addict. But also, mainly, he sold the fucking game to Microsoft. He's brainchild. He's like, let's be honest here. He's making that other game. Is that going to see the light of day? I don't
Absolutely
know. He's
not.
made a bunch of
No,
other
it's
games
never
which are
gonna come
entirely vaporware. Like
He's not
Minecraft is
even
going to
good.
be his most popular, like it's his magnum opus, undisputed.
It's what he's known for.
And
It's
you
what he's gonna
sell
die
it
and be
to
known for.
Microsoft.
Dude, I hate that shit. It's the same with George Lucas and Star Wars. It's like these people, both of them, right? George Lucas and Notch, their entire like career were very anti-capitalist and very anti like big corporations, and then they decide to sell their fucking, like you said, brainchild to the fucking, as George Lucas said, the white slavers. He literally said that. He sold it to them. He sold it to these giant fucking corporations that just like took a shit on it. I feel like Notch probably did it out of anger. He was like, you know what, fuck all of you. You deal with Microsoft from now on. But yeah, I wish he just quit. I wish he just quit Mojang and had someone else step in if he really was
say no to
pissed
$2
off.
billion.
No,
It's
I guess not.
it's easy to be like fuck the corporations when you don't have a deal for like however much billions of dollars.
But
you
I mean,
think he
how
would've
much?
made that
How
by
much?
now?
I was gonna say, how much money do you reckon he had at the time, and how much he would have now? Like, surely it evens out in some
maybe,
way.
you know, maybe it would have been a billionaire. Yeah.
Fuck knows. We can't know for sure. We don't know. Maybe he would have not sold in. The game would have died, and he would have been like he went bankrupt or some shit. I
Yeah,
don't
maybe.
know.
Who knows?
But,
You never know.
Yeah, you
Maybe
never know. But
Mojang
yeah,
would have continued making other games under his development, and
Right.
you know, Mojang
Yeah.
would be like a mid-sized studio, or you know, it could have gone any number of directions. But at this point, it's so much speculation that it's entirely pointless.
we just don't know.
Point
We
is,
won't- yeah.
he did sell the game, and I dislike him for it, and also he's fat.
He's a fat million. What I
Billionaire.
don't understand.
Not
A
millionaire.
billionaire. Sorry, yeah, billionaire. What I don't understand is the same with Trump, right? Why are these fucking billionaires eating McDonald's? Do you know what I mean? Like I don't
In the case
understand
of
it.
Trump, he works
I
at
eat
McDonald's.
The only times exactly the only times I eat McDonald's is because I'm like, fuck, I got no money, I need food. If I had $1 billion, I would be going to the fanciest restaurants or getting my slave to fucking get it. I would not be willingly eating some shit from McDonald's. I don't understand it. This is why I hate Notch.
Mate, it keeps them grounded. All right, it keeps them grounded in the roots
Oh, yeah,
of
they're
you
just
know,
like
regular
us.
people. They're just like
Trump
us.
is just like us eating his fucking McDonald's on his private jet. Dude, that screenshot made me die laughing. I was like, why the fuck are you eating McDonald's? That's the dumbest thing he's ever done.
Yeah.
But anyway, that went totally off topic. So, fuck Mojang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah,
Crap
see, like,
ass
fuck,
new updates.
I hate the account migration shit. I hate the the Bedrock store. I hate everything they've pretty much done in that side of the game.
You know, we're going to agree entirely on all this stuff.
100%.
The whole, you know, because I grew up with Minecraft in this beta era. I watched the goddamn Yogscast growing up.
Yeah,
I watched, all these, I watched people like that. And it's like, that's what Minecraft is to me. And I still have that perception of it. And I try to channel it a bit in my own channel while, having to stick to modern YouTubers, you got to do certain things. The truth is, I don't think the Yogscast style of stuff can necessarily work anymore unless like you're seriously pre-established with like people really being big fans of the personalities.
Yeah. To me, the Yogscast, like that kind of format has like totally moved over to like Twitch. I feel like they just did like Twitch streams on YouTube, but like I feel like that kind of unedited, just that's more of a Twitch thing. It's unfortunate because I do like that style. I kind of do like a mix of it, to be honest. I obviously edit my shit, but I try and stick to that kind of like the game isn't usually the focus. It's usually like just me fucking around saying random shit, and that's what I liked about the Yogscast specifically. But yeah, some of the shit you see now, it's just like, I don't even know what it is. Like, it's just like showing off. It's just being a tryhard. I feel like most of the time, like BWO and stuff. It's just like, look what I've done today.
I think
it's nothing.
Oh, you see, when I think of modern Minecraft YouTube, I think of. Can I survive in the end? 100 days.
1 million
And also,
years.
I'm running this mod, so the video's not entirely boring. And it's deceptively edited. And also, I'm in hardcore.
Yeah.
And
There's two sides. There's there's definitely that fucking AIDS side of it, where it's just money hungry.
you
like
got the
bots and
on-screen
shit.
like subtitles, which aren't really meant to be read because they float around like a spastic. And
Yeah.
it's like if that was meant to be like for like visually impaired people, you're not giving them a good time.
Yeah.
No.
Something-
It's like
Something I think about, like, when it comes to...
I can't focus on that shit. Sorry, go on.
Something I think about, like, when it comes to modern Minecraft, like, I don't watch, those kind of videos, obviously, because they're insufferable, but the, like, when it comes to people like, the Hermitcraft people, their videos, like, it's so much of, hey, here's this massive project that I whipped up in creative that I'm just gonna slap onto this server. Like, I'm not talking about anything to do with like how I built it or like any of the like that. Maybe they'll talk about vaguely what they did, but like it's just here's this giant impressive build. It's like, yeah, it is impressive that I'm building in survival, but you're not like as a viewer. I feel like you have no connection to it. That's something that's different. I feel like
it feels
the
like
the Lightmatica stuff.
Yeah, I feel
like they're building it layer by layer.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly, and I feel like in older Minecraft, like you're along for the ride. You're with them along for their creative process in building something, right? Like they are building something.
A podcast, really.
Yeah, they're building something and they're explaining what their thought process is, what's happening. But then like now it's just like, hey, here's this thing I built. Anyway, time for some shenanigans.
Yeah, with the Hermitcraft side, there's two things I don't like about that. It feels like they're constantly trying to one up each other with impressive builds. And the other part is I'm just allergic to kids content. I just find it annoying. Like the whole
I don't think Hermitcraft is kids content. I think Hermitcraft is 30-year-old cat lady content. But this is okay. That's me starting drama.
I was gonna say, here comes the next Zipover the next Gerg video.
Actually, now you mention it, I think you're right because they make videos thinking they're making them for the kids, but in reality, that is their fan base. Is like people that were kids like 30 years ago watching them, and now they're still watching them and shit. Like, yeah, no, I actually see what you're getting from there, because oh god, like they're not kids. Kids are watching shit like Dream. Kids are watching crap like TommyInnit. It's the 30-year-old like mums.
Kids are watching crap like Gerg.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Stupid
right?
videos.
They ain't watching my shit.
Even building survival.
What the fuck? Which is fair though. I feel like the modern game is actually more enjoyable and creative. Like
so like my projects started just getting more ambitious to the point where, and this was before I did YouTube. I played on a 4chan Minecraft server for a long time called VCraft, and it's where I met a lot of my friends, which I still speak to today. Is we all met on Vcraft, which was very much like it was like an old school Minecraft server. It had none of the plugins. It was just like it was Minecraft. Like you could place and break blocks and spawn if you wanted. You know?
Right.
The entire griefing wasn't allowed, but it wasn't moderated by these like towny plugins where no, you can't place a block there.
Yeah,
it was entirely just self-moderated.
Sorry, this chest is locked. It's like give me your shit.
So it was a really creative thing where if you wanted to like play a prank on someone and like put something in their base as a prank, you could. There wasn't like restrictions on it. It was just as core vanilla Minecraft as you could get in the modern day. With random people online, it was great. It wasn't like huge, but like during peak, it was like 30 average players online, which was great. It was like the perfect size.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And it was a really great server, and it is entirely dead now. Like it is dead, and I'm not talking like low play. Like it's offline.
Technoblade
which
dead,
sucks.
right?
Yeah, it's which really sucks. For a while, I had my own Minecraft YouTube server, which was based on Vcraft, and like that was really successful and popular with people. But I had issues with the guy who was helping me run it. He was very much of a control freak. When like it had my name on it, it was called Gerg. As soon as I tried to I wanted to do a map reset. And that just led to him like backing out, and then I had issues with like funding and stuff. But I might bring it back eventually.
Yeah. I feel like there's so many cases of that where it's just like creative differences between the people. Like there's always one person that fucks it up. Like I feel like with every server like I've ever been a part of, there's like the host, two like people running it, and then something goes wrong. One of them doesn't want to do something, and then it just ends up dying. It happens every time.
Oh, okay, like creative mode. Okay, so anyway, I played on this fortune. I was making a point, but I don't remember what I was leading to. Like I would build mini games on the 4chan Minecraft server Vcraft. Like before YouTube, I legitimately just built mini games because I enjoy it. To me, it's like the perfect blend of like the creative side and the technical redstone side, which you gotta, you can't look up a tutorial for your mini game. You have to think on the spot and make it, which is very engaging to me. So I'd make these mini games, but I was getting more and more ambitious with them, and eventually I'm like, I'm not having fun getting all these bloody materials in survival. Survival didn't become fun to me anymore. I just got a bit sick of it and started just playing in creative instead. And that led to my YouTube channel.
Gathering is a pain. Resource gathering is fucking boring. Like honestly. It limits my, like, you only have a certain amount of time in the day to do shit. And if you spend half of the fucking time gathering like 2,000 fucking stacks of sand just to build something, I totally get like, yeah, fuck this, creative mode will do it.
Which I actually think is a bit of a weird point in my channel, which I don't know this. How many Minecraft YouTubers are there which pretty much exclusively play in creative mode nowadays?
Yeah, I feel like not many.
Yeah. I can't think of...
Well, actually, that's a lie. I'd say probably every single one of them pretty much exclusively play in creative, except for when they are on screen on camera.
Yeah, I survived 100 days. Don't look at that over there. That's not a bedrock building. That is not a bedrock building. I survived 100 days.
Yeah.
100%. Okay. That trend dead yet? It's gotta die. If it's not dead, it needs to die.
No, it's turned into the forever world, man. That's what's happened.
Oh fucking hell, the forever world bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Ryan, where are you at?
I lost you because of the chunk things like separated us, and I got lost.
Yeah,
because I couldn't walk.
I haven't seen Ryan.
I haven't seen Ryan since the start either.
No.
Here, I'll send you the chords.
I'm at 60,000.
Yeah, we're there.
Let's see. Oh god, okay, so that way. Oh fuck, I'm 1,000 blocks away.
Yeah, so far. I was gonna say I haven't seen you since the start. I was like, well.
Yeah, the glitchy
server
I
kind of assumed it was that.
Kept like getting in my way, so I was like, oh, I'll just wait until they load in. And then they did load in. And
God. Rain is tied to the soundbar. This Rain doesn't have a separate volume bar. What the hell?
Oh my god! Yeah, you love that noise, don't you?
It's amazing.
It's so loud.
No wonder people complained about the Rain being loud back then.
It's so loud.
Oh fuck yeah, it's awful. the rain is shit, and then the Nether portals. That if you ever heard one of them in beta, the sound balancing in it is fucking dog shit. Yeah, the portals and the fire noises, you can hear them from a mile away. It's ridiculous. They burn your ears out. Yeah, that was. I'm glad they fixed that. That's a good thing.
Yeah. That's probably honestly that's probably my least favorite part about old Minecraft is the sound imbalances, like breaking grass. Oh my god,
Modern has
grass.
a lot of quality of life changes that I do appreciate. Like even just being able to shift click shit is quite nice.
Well, that's something we do. Gerg is like obviously we have mods and things that do give us like those quality of life things that obviously are like, you don't want that. Hey. I'm so far out of here, don't you kill me. I'll be the worst thing ever. Surely.
No, I enjoyed your video on me. I was watching it and I thought it was pretty good humored. I thought I saw like someone like mentioned that you had like a podcast and linked me the episode, and I thought I think I'd get along with these people, so I obviously left a comment and offered like, hey, you have me.
I was like, I think I felt like I would get along with you whilst watching your video and doing my video, because like we agreed on some of the shit, and I feel like we have somewhat similar sense of humors and shit. So yeah, I definitely, if it was like Zipover being like, hey, can I be on your podcast? I'd still say yeah, but I'd be like,
you agreed with me for 30 minutes. Yeah, that was really good.
That was a good bit, and I liked that bit. That's my favorite. That's my one of my favorite parts of my genius video.
Do you have a Reddit rant, or have we technically already done the Reddit rant?
We didn't title the Reddit rant. Yeah. We kind of did do a Reddit rant at the start.
One of your 15 sections?
Yeah, we've got so many.
Yeah, I feel like the Reddit rant would have been just like the fucking, you can't mention Notch without a bunch of like morons just being like, oh, he's fucking racist, he's a Nazi. I'm like,
I feel like that was the honorary
Minecraft, man. He made Minecraft.
That was the honorary Reddit rant.
Yeah, that's the honorary Reddit rant.
I don't know if this will be an interesting topic. Just interrupt me and say, Gerg, this is boring. What are you talking about? Are you guys aware of like the drama with the online like browser extension Honey?
Oh, I very vaguely have heard about it. Yeah.
So I accepted a sponsorship on one of my videos by a company called Coopert, which, for all intents and purposes, does the exact same thing as Honey. I think it's even owned by the parent company, but they basically... Okay, so what the Honey thing was, is you ever click on an affiliate link, right?
Yeah.
And then when you go to check out, the person who did the affiliate link, they get part of the commission, sort of like a revenue stream for helping, affiliate you to that product.
Yeah.
What Honey was doing is whenever you use the thing, it would replace that affiliate link with their own. So Honey would get the thing, not like the
creator,
influencer.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
But I've got to be honest, I kind of don't get the issue with it. Like, a bunch of people hated it. A video on it had like 30 million views. Yeah. But I never really got what the issue with.
Wasn't the big problem that it was just what they were doing wasn't advertised as what they were doing, like they advertised it as
maybe I'm just
I don't know too much about it. I do remember there being drama about it, and I just don't remember toomuch. I do remember there's been a lot of drama like with sponsors. Like, I remember that BetterHelp. Do you remember that shit? That was another one. Where it was like, it was supposed to be like a therapy thing, and they were just hiring anyone.
Guy.
Yeah.
I'm having these deep, disturbing thoughts. I want to hurt people real bad. I was walking in the park and I saw a stroller and I started getting the urge. And you just get some guy who's like, I'm being paid like $3 an hour. I got no qualifications here.
Back, I gotta take a call. I work at a phone center at the same time.
Well, if something hurts you, maybe you should indulge in it. You're right.
Maybe you should wear armor. There's some good chainmail shit out there. Maybe buy a shield if something's hurting you. It's good shit. That's some good advice. Hey, BetterHelp, if you're watching, I would happily take you as a sponsor, and I would love to I would love to answer the calls some of the people give you, like, hey, I'm having depressing thoughts. I really want to kill myself, and I'd be like, you know what? Can you give me your bank details before you do? So, good advice like that, I think, could really help the world. Anyway, I am still on my way.
You mentioned shields, and that's back to old Minecraft. What's your take on shields?
I quite like I don't know. I never really thought about it actually. Like I have nothing really like against them. I don't hate them or anything.
My
I feel
opinion.
like I can live with them.
My
I do miss the sword blocking though. Even if it didn't work or do anything, I do quite miss like just like especially in like servers you walk up. Yeah.
My
friendly
opinion.
blocking,
My
yeah.
opinion is that shields are just a bit too overpowered. Like I think the fact that they block like everything is kind of crazy.
That's
like,
not true, though.
what?
They do not block firework crossbow bolts, and axes go directly through them.
I mean, they just axes disable them, but it does like you don't get hit if it's on the first hit, right? It disables them. Like the thing is like,
No, axes just go right through. I'm pretty sure.
no. If you're holding up your shield and someone hits
I'm
you.
not a PvP guy.
Okay, well I'll explain it to you because
I
I know
can't talk about
it.
this.
They
No
also
idea.
axes also do a bunch of durability damage.
So yeah, they do durability damage. So basically, when you put up your shield, someone like crits you with an axe or like hits you with an axe, your shield gets disabled for like 2 or 3 seconds, and then like you can't put up your shield. That's the whole thing. But if you've got your shield up and someone's hitting you with a sword, they can crit you as many times as you want, but you can just hold the sword there, hold the shield there.
Well, swords also do durability damage.
Yeah, but like, look, if you've got an unbreaking shield, like you can last for a very long time. The thing as well is like it negates all like creeper damage. Like if a creeper blows up literally face like right in front of you and you hold up a shield, bang, you're chilling. Like no worries. I think there should be some level of damage that gets through the shield. That's kind of what I'm saying.
know.
Similar to like the blocking. The blocking was good because it reduced some damage and knockback.
Yeah.
That's why I think shields
Like a
should be-
direct creeper hit would still kill you.
not kill you, maybe like
Yeah.
I think if if there was a creeper right in front of you and you didn't have a shield up, you die. But if you put a shield up, maybe you lose half your health, sort of thing.
I think maybe with that, I don't know if this happens. I can't talk too much about shields because I don't know all the stats and shit. I remember using one in the what they call the people in the Woodland Mansion. The
illagers.
ones with the axes. Yeah, I remember using one. I had my shield up. They just fucking one hit me. Like they did not get. The shield did nothing. I do feel like a badass was holding one though. I do quite like that, and I also love how you can put banners on them. And I feel like Mojang should scrap all their gay cape shit and just let me use a banner as a cape. Like, come on. Like I hate these promotional capes.
In terms of like cool little niche things, because shields negate all damage. If you want a TNT launcher, you can only use a shield and not break your legs while using it.
TNT.
You can really launch yourself in the air.
I'm pretty sure TNT shields don't block TNT.
I think they do.
I don't think they do. I don't think they do.
I have no fucking idea. With creeper, they can negate creeper like explosions or whatever.
Yeah.
Does it like bounce you back? If not, I feel like that
No,
would be
it
fun.
doesn't. It
If,
doesn't
like,
give
a
you.
creeper
It doesn't
just,
give
like,
you any. It doesn't give you any knockback.
I think it would be quite fun if it just
that would
flung
be
you back
fun.
a little. Like
The thing as well is like
shield up.
the thing as well is like arrows and stuff. Like it basically like you can have all the mobs around you and you holding up a shield, unless it's like a pillager with an axe or like a piglin brute with an axe. Like those will get through, but like everything else, like you can kind of just hold up a shield until you can get away, sort of thing. That's the big thing. Like I do like them, and when I'm playing with them, like they are fun and easy to use. Like they're well implemented. I just think that they should be slightly less like overpowered when it comes to like mob interaction, I guess. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't know.
I think it'd be really funny if the Endermen could just steal the shield off you.
That would be
when
pretty
you're holding
funny.
it up, and they're just like, fuck you, because they steal blocks. They're just like, what, fuck your shield. They just rip it out of your hands, and now they're holding it. I don't know.
I'm such a I may play the modern versions, but I still have a bit of that old school in me where I forget shields exist until I see someone with them.
Honestly,
I don't
literally
use them.
same.
In the same
I
way,
forget every
I have
time.
never used scaffolding blocks.
Oh no,
I'm out
same.
here
Not a
using the
fan.
cobblestone.
Not a fan of the
still.
scaffolding for sure. I used not a fan of scaffolding.
I'm totally with you. Like some of the new additions, I'm just so accustomed with how I used to play. Like scaffolding. I don't use it. I find it easier just to build up with dirt and shit.
Yeah, 100%.
Fuck, there was something else. Bollocks, I just completely forgot it. But like it's just things that you hold on to, and they're now easier, but I just don't do them anymore.
Yeah.
I'm nearly there, by the way. I see you.
We're playing some Minecraft. We're building a
Oh
house.
shit, that was it. What's crazy to me is stuff like andesite still feels new, even though I've used it for like 10 years. I still build with it, but for some reason I still view it as a new thing. And
Yeah, there are those things where you're like, oh, this is a new feature. added.
Yeah, you look at it and you're like,
10,
oh yeah,
10 years ago.
Yeah, you're like, wait, this has been in the game. I've built loads of shit with andesite when I played modern, but for some reason it still feels new to me, and I don't know why. It's weird. Have you ever been in one of those dog shit Skeppy events?
No, I have not been in one of those dog shit Skeppy events.
Mate, we joined I think it was Jaren sent us a link to a Skeppy event, and we joined it, and it was the most
awful
dog shit, like worst organized event of all time. It was like
an actual Skeppy thing.
It was like 100 boys versus 100 boys versus 100 girls.
So bad.
I was on the girls team. That's what you need to know. It took like 4 hours, and it was about 20 minutes of it were us actually doing something useful. The rest was just fumbling around. It was hilarious. It made for good content, honestly. It was very funny.
I forgot to ask that during the thing, but yeah, I was like, what? Like, Skeppy's a bit of a fucking idiot, right? And have you I was wondering if you've been in one of them.
I have never been invited to one of them, and I'm guessing I don't know. Maybe I'm just bad juju.
Maybe.
Oh, that could be it. See, they obviously didn't know who we were. So
we were just randoms that just got.
There was a girl during it, so
yeah.
It was the most horribly organized pile of shit ever. And apparently he doesn't even give the winner money, so fuck him.
Yeah.
No. Oh my god.
Yeah, there was some big drama about that. Yeah.
The nearest I've come to is I spoke to one person called Astelina who came, I think, second or third during one of these Skeppy events, and I asked them like, "Did you get the money?" And I don't think they did.
Anyway, yeah. I guess that's it. We went for almost 2 hours. Fucking hell.
Yeah, that's crazy. Big podcast today.
TommyInnit is the next guest. If you're out there, maybe you can.
Well,
I would apologize.
You two.
I would like to apologize to TommyInnit.
Yeah, no, thanks for coming on and hanging out. I think I think that was good.
Yeah.
Enjoyed the conversation. If anybody in the comments has any questions for Gerg, let us know, and we'll be happy to relay them.
You can answer for me next episode.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate black people.
If you really,
we'll be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know your opinion on Pigger.
This is my permanent house now.
Yeah.
You guys leave me behind as you continue on your journey.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, actually. Holy shit! Yeah. Every time we have a guest, they build something at the end and mark out where they were.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
That's cute.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. I think that was a lot of fun.
Yep.
And hopefully now we don't get a ton of hate because we actually like you.
Well, that's just good Reddit rank content.
That's true.
Fuck 'em.
That's true.
Yeah.